Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another insane story. So first thing I want to mention is that I am not a father. Many of you guys think I would become a dad for some reason, and all of you guys were like, oh, he does the devil's tango. All the time he has to be a dad. No, guys, I am not a father from what I know of. And going on, honestly, today's story does get really intense and really scary, so leave a like and subscribe if you guys do want more crazy stories just like this one. So anyways, this story all starts off back when I was in high school. This is my grade 11 year, and I remember basically everyone was kind of getting excited for the grade 12 year because it was more towards the end of the year of grade 11. And basically I remember I was just kind of doing my thing in grade 11, and that was mostly hanging out with girls and doing the devil's tango. I was really easily able to pull girls, and if you guys don't believe me, I mean, just go to my Instagram and see how attractive I am. Like, seriously, I'm one of the hottest guys in the world. And I remember when I was in school, every time I walked down the hallway and stuff, there was always that one coincidence where I would end up running into someone that either was a good friend of mine or someone that was already interested in me. I don't know why. Apparently meeting up in the hallway was one of the best ideas, because let's be real here, who's gonna flirt in a classroom? But going on, I remember there was one girl that I started talking to, and she was in my computer class. She sat across from me, and actually, funny enough, she ended up actually talking to me in computer class. She looked across from me and always like looked at me and stared me down when we were like sitting in computer class. And I remember I kind of looked at her one time and said, "Are you good?" She looked at me, she's like, "Oh, like, I'm good. I just want to say, like, you're really cute." Thanks, is what I told her, but I didn't really know what to say because it was pretty awkward how she brought up the situation. Anyways, going on with the story, I remember as I was kind of just sitting there one time doing Photoshop because we were doing like graphic design and stuff, she told me, "Hey, so like, Bubba, I was wondering, like, what are you doing after school today?" At this moment, I knew that this girl was interested in me, so I kind of just told her the same old thing that I would tell every girl when they ask me what I'm doing. "Oh, nothing, just chilling." And then she told me, "Okay, well, like, I was wondering, like, do you want to, like, maybe, like, I don't know, just like hang out for a bit? Like, I don't know, like, we can hang out at lunch." I remember I looked at her and I told her, like, "Yeah, I'm down, like, why not?" I always found it awkward though when girls want to hang out in school, like during lunchtime and stuff. That way everyone can see what you guys are doing. But like me, I didn't really have plans for lunchtime other than sit and just do homework and kind of just relax and watch YouTube videos. So basically I ended up actually hanging out with her. When lunchtime came around, I remember me and her were just walking around the hallway just like talking and stuff, and she kept asking me the most dumbest questions. She's always like, "Wait, so like Bubba means daddy, right? Oh my goodness, are you like a daddy? So like Bubba, like, I'm just wondering, like, is your favorite color actually like green? Because like I always see you use it in Photoshop. Bubba, I really enjoyed your project that you did. It looked so good." Yeah, basically she was literally on my eggplant, guys. Like, it was unreal. And I remember I basically told her, "All right, like, listen, like, you need to actually like somewhat relax. Like, you need to like chill, bro. Like, seriously, just like calm down." She looked at me and then she asked one more question that actually made me very surprised after I said that to her. She said, "Do you ever think of like having a family?" Wait, what is what I told her? I kind of like was like kind of weirded out when she asked that, and I'm kind of like telling her like, "Nah, like, I'm not really like looking for that right now." And at that point I realized that being near her is probably not the best idea for me to do right now. So I ended up making up a fake phone call, acting like it was my mom telling me to basically meet her up in front of the school. And that's what I did. I basically said, "Oh, like, sorry, like my mom like needs me." And I started walking away from her. But when I started walking away, she walked up behind me saying, "Oh, like, can I meet your mom? Like, I would love to meet your mom." What? Now this is where things got really out of hand, because I remember I basically told her like leave me alone and stuff, and I basically walked away from her. 20 minutes later, I remember basically it was during our next class, the bell rang, and I basically ended up going to class, and when I did, I got a Snapchat from her. When I got a Snapchat from her, I remember I opened the Snapchat when I was walking down the hallway entering my next class, and when I did, boy do I regret it, because when I opened it, it was literally a photo of her cherries that she sent me when she was in the girls' bathroom. I remember I looked at it, I'm like, "Oh, what?" Don't get me wrong, she had a nice pair of cherries, but the person right beside me was another girl that liked me, and let's just say she was very unexpected of it. She looked at the photo, she looked at me, she's like, "Oh my goodness, are you really talking to her? Seriously? I thought you liked me. Are you serious right now?" "Oh my goodness," is what I said. I had to explain the whole situation to her, and then she didn't understand, but at the same time, half of my mind was still thinking about those pair of cherries I just saw on my phone. So I ended up kind of just ditching that conversation. After school, I asked her if she wanted to hang out again, in a way of kind of giving her a second chance, and she said yes. I remember me and this girl, we ended up going to her house, and let's just say one thing led to another. We ended up doing the devil's tango. Because let's be real here, if she's sending me a pair of cherries while in the middle of school, you already know it was gonna go down. Like, it was just common sense. So after that whole thing happens, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of feeling bad that I kind of just did that, but at the same time I didn't really care enough to really think it through. So I ended up getting up after we finished doing the devil's tango and basically left. She looked at me, she's like, "Honestly, I think our kids would be super cute." What is what I told her? Kids? Okay, you gotta like calm down, bro. Like, why are you being weird like that, is what I told her. And I ended up basically leaving that house like right after. I remember her mom looked at me like and stared me down while I was leaving, but I don't know, something with these girls, bro, like they just don't understand, I guess. Anyways, after that whole fiasco, I remember I went to school the next day, and basically when I sat down in computer class, I saw that the girl that I literally did the devil's tango with wasn't there. I ended up snapping her saying, "Yo, like, are you not coming to class today?" And then she said, "Oh, like, I'm feeling kind of like sick, like I feel nauseous." "You feel nauseous?" is what I told her. I don't know, I guess I did so good in the devil's tango, I made her like brain dead or something. It made no sense sense, but I ended up going throughout my day, and then she messaged me saying, Bubba, I think I'm pregnant. What? I remember I was panicking and I was freaking out. I'm like, there's no way this girl's actually pregnant, bro. Like, no way. And I remember the next day after she came to school. She came to school and I walked up to her and I pulled her aside and started talking to her. I'm like, are you actually like pregnant? Like, be honest with me here. Like, are you for real? She looks at me. She's like, I think I am. Yeah, like I did the test and it said like I was positive. So, I mean, it's probably yours. After 2 days, she got a positive test on a pregnancy test. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about pregnancies or girls getting pregnant kind of thing. Like, I don't understand it. But if you're telling me that in 2 days, you're able to get a positive test of a fetus, that's crazy, bro. Like, that is actually insane. So I remember I started panicking. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. And basically, let's just say for the next couple months, I kept myself quiet trying to think what I should do. I didn't know how I was going to tell my parents. I didn't know what I was going to do at all. I told my friends about it, but they all said there's no way she's actually pregnant. They said it's not possible. They said it's unrealistic. You know, I had a good pullout game, guys. Like, there's no way. And then this is where things got crazy. I remember 3 months went by and my friends started to notice that she wasn't really making a stomach. If you guys don't know what I mean by making a stomach, I mean, she didn't like seem like there was a baby in her. Like, she didn't gain weight, okay? And basically, I remember I walked up to her and I'm like, hey, listen, you said you were pregnant. Are you sure you're actually pregnant? And this was like 3 months in. She said, oh, like, I definitely am. It just takes time for my like belly to like erupt. Your belly to erupt? I don't know. It made no sense. And then I remember another month went by and I told her, I'm like, you are not pregnant. I told her that straight to her face. And like, she said, oh no, like, I definitely am. You just like don't notice it, Bubba. Like, this is our kid. Girl, you are not pregnant is what I told her. I kept telling that over and over because I didn't believe it at this point. She wasn't having a big stomach. She didn't like, you know, seem like there was a baby in her. There's no way this girl was pregnant. And I remember one of her friends walked up to me saying, just wait, Bubba, you'll see there's a kid coming out of there soon. Okay, is what I told her. And I walked away. At this point, I knew she wasn't pregnant. There was no way. But then 1 month after went by, and this is where things got insane. I remember I looked at her stomach and I saw she gained weight. She actually like, it actually looked like she was actually pregnant. I remember I walked up to her. I'm like, are you for real pregnant? And I remember she's like, yeah, like, do you want to feel the baby? No, not really, is what I told her. But then she ended up grabbing my hand and putting it on her stomach. And when I felt her stomach, it felt like plastic. It felt like plastic, bro. Like, her stomach felt like a legit piece of plastic. I remember I looked at her. I'm like, there's no way. And I basically ended up pulling her shirt up a little bit. And I see this bowl plop on the ground that she was holding with like tape. And apparently this girl for almost 2 weeks was faking that she was pregnant. She faked it and told everyone in my school that it was my baby. And when I exposed her, like literally of her like plastic bowl falling down to the ground, there was like 2 kids recording it and they saw that and they recorded it, right? And they posted it all throughout the school on their Snapchat stories. It ended up going on like this thing called World Star. I don't know if there's still a thing, but it was the most funniest thing ever. And I remember I was laughing and I'm like, there's no way you thought you could pull this off. And this girl ended up starting crying and stuff, but honestly, I could care less because I had literally 5 months of me struggling thinking that I made a girl pregnant when in reality, she was faking it for, well, I guess the clout. I don't know. It was really weird. But anyways, guys, that's basically it for today's story. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like I always say, follow for more embarrassing stories. All right, peace out, guys.